Dear donor family, my name is Brooke, and I received the most precious gift from your loved one. I received the gift of sight. At 23 years old and diagnosed with keratoconus, there was still so much for me to experience and to see.
My daughter Carly was 11 years old when she passed away suddenly. Carly was a very kind and caring young girl. She always had a smile on her face. We know that Carly would have wanted to help other people. Her corneas provided the gift of sight to two people who would have otherwise lived in darkness. We feel comforted knowing Carly's legacy lives on.
There is no way to say thank you adequately. I can only promise to honor your loved one by living the best life I can. Thank you for finding the strength after losing your loved one to donate to another life. Your compassion and generosity will remain with me forever. Love always, Brooke.
I became a donor mom when my daughter died in 2012. Whatever they needed, we were blessed to be able to say yes to donation, and that meant a lot to us. She was very outgoing, she cared about people. So her being a donor, it was not a second thought for me to say yes to donation, and definitely not to her being a cornea donor.
It's allowed me to fulfill things I never would have been able to do otherwise. I've taken art classes, I've gone to college, I've worked at Penn now for 20 years.
Lions Eye Bank of Delaware Valley has helped more than 43,000 people in New Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania, Delaware, and around the world receive the gift of sight. In 1925, Helen Keller stood before the world's largest volunteer service organization and challenged them to make sight conservation their mission. From that moment on, Lions Clubs International has become a beacon of hope to countless blind and low vision individuals around the world. With a corneal transplant, the damaged or diseased cornea is replaced by a clear donor cornea. This allows light to focus on the retina in a normal fashion, thereby restoring the precious gift of sight.
These donations are screened and processed in our state-of-the-art laboratory, which ensures the transplant tissue is safe to use. We focus on the most advanced techniques, providing surgeons and ultimately transplant recipients with the safest and the highest quality tissue for each individual's needs.
In the United States alone, over 48,000 individuals receive a corneal transplant each year. The success rate is an astounding 97%. They are people just like you and me, with careers, families, and dreams. As technology continues to advance, Lions Eye Bank of Delaware Valley will continue to adapt to meet the needs of those waiting for a sight-saving transplant. There are times when a patient does not have the financial resources available to cover the costs associated with a corneal transplant. Therefore, fundraising is essential to our organization. Hundreds of individuals in our own community and abroad have benefited from this program.
Hi, I'm Jim Quirk, President and Chief Executive Officer of Lions Eye Bank of Delaware Valley. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your support of our mission. Behind every triumph, every successful transplant we aid, is a team of individuals who work tirelessly. Our dedicated staff, volunteers, surgeons, nurses, technicians, and countless other donation professionals devote their time, talent, and heart to better the lives of others every single day. For each transplant story, there is a corresponding story of a selfless donor who made the gift of sight a reality for someone who would otherwise live in darkness.
So imagine, if you want to leave a legacy in this world, what better way to do it than to be a donor?
It's people like you who make this miracle happen. Thank you for helping make the gift of sight a reality for generations to come.